Welcome back to another Hollinger Team video blog. This blog is, the question comes about on hazards that need to be disclosed in the house, health hazards, I guess I'll say, that are important enough that our board, state board, has included in the boilerplate for specific items that are to be checked whether or not there's knowledge or presence there, and they're lead and mold and radon and methamphetamine from methamphetamine labs. That's the four that we have. And the reason I wanted to do this, there's two reasons I wanted to do this video. One is that I just got a recent article from the National Association of Realtors magazine, and that I'll talk about in a second. And then as part of, just kind of curiosity, then I started looking around to see what effects some of these things had. So first off, the magazine article, it had three things, and it was lead, mold, and asbestos, which I thought, well, that's an interesting three things to be aware of in a house that you're purchasing or remodeling, because they didn't have the radon or what was the other thing? Oh, methamphetamine. I'm sorry. But yeah, methamphetamine. And I thought, well, methamphetamine's got to be, at least somewhat of a problem, more than just regional. And the radon, I think probably for the most part exists here and there throughout the country, some areas more than others. It depends, I think, a lot about the strata of the area you're around. If it's rock or if it's clay would probably be a little bit of a barrier to that. But so that got me wondering why some of these rate higher than others, and asbestos is one of those things that you pretty much are going to just find in older homes, and maybe that's why they excluded it from the listing agreement, that it just would be disclosed or probably suspected if the home was older to be aware of that kind of thing. Anyhow, the radon was the other one that was omitted, and I thought, well, let's see if I just want to see, what they have out there about it in the world. So one of the things, just as an aside, we sold a home on the east shore of the lake several years ago. Elderly couple lived there, had been there for 40 years. And when we had the sale on it and the home inspection was done, they did a radon test there, and it was the highest reading of radon that we had ever had in a home that we had sold. So I thought that was interesting. They've lived there for 40 years and never had any cancer, any sign of that. And that kind of, got me looking around a little further. And I grew up in Montana, and I was aware of an area down in Boulder, Montana, which is in between Helena and Butte. Beautiful valley, has an old mine there that I think started out with silver and gold. I think that for a while they even mined uranium there. And I'm going to include right now a QR code here on the screen. So if you want to pause it and copy this, and it'll take you to this mine, because I think the story is really interesting there. The mine has the previous owner there noticed that when, and it was a woman, when she visited the mine and she'd spend several days there down in the mine talking with the workers and things like that, that she had some bad arthritis, that all of a sudden her arthritis was not bothering her anymore. And so she thought, well, maybe there's something to this. And it turned out to be now a health retreat that people go to, and they actually go down into the mine, and they got it all set up with chairs, and people even bring their pets to this place if they've got pets that are ailing. And I just encourage you to go to the website, check it out, because it has some great stories, and even some more research that was done in areas where people lived in very high radioactive areas. Even bricks that were the homes that they lived in were made with bricks with a high level of radiation in them. So science and health and everything is always evolving, and I thought I'd share it with you, and hope you find it an interesting little tidbit about some of the hazards in the house to begin with that you have to watch for, and then also just a little side story about some of the effects that how some of them affect people differently. Thanks for watching another Hollinger Team video blog. Please pass this on to your friends. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And always happy to visit further about anything that we have in any of our blogs.